Alright, I'm going to show you how to do a search on eBay. This might seem simple, but a lot of people miss a few steps in here that can actually stop you from finding a really good deal on a lens. So I thought I'd show you how I do it. I've bought hundreds of lenses off eBay. As you can see here, I've got some searches in here. So I'm just going to show you a basic search here. Pentax 300 millimeter lens. Let's say I'm looking for a 300 millimeter zoom lens. Notice not only if I type that, it doesn't only pick up the f4 lens, it also picks up all those because it has a dash in it. So it will pick up the 70 to 300 millimeter zooms, the 75 to 300 millimeter zooms, the 55 to 300 millimeter zooms. So it's not really narrowing you down in your search there. You want to be very loose or vague in your search right off the bat. This will help you find a decent bargain. So notice here it kind of did like a smart detect and thought I was talking about a lens. But the clue here is to go back up one step further, and you added a couple hundred listings. Maybe whoever listed it didn't list the lens actually under the lens category. So this will add some more into your mix here. Another quick tip, if you don't like say you don't want any Vivitar lenses. So here's a Vivitar. So I'm going to put minus and then Vivitar. It will pull that out of the loop there, so it narrowed it down a little bit more, but it still left that in there. It helps if I type Vivitar correctly, and that narrowed it down. Now it's gone out of the search. Also, you could take, you could keep on going with this. You could take this Tamron out. Tamron, I don't want a Tamron lens. Take that out. That will narrow down your search even more. There's different options. You can do the auction or the buy it now. I like doing the auctions. There's not a lot of people do auctions anymore, but there's still a lot of bargains to be had when you're doing an auctions like this. This is a pretty good deal at this price, and it ends in about an hour. So just something to think about here. This person's got 17 sales. You could click and see more info about them. I'm not really concerned about this too much unless they haven't sold anything forever. You see there they have no feedback in the past. They're basically more of a buyer than a seller probably. But this ends in an hour and 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and watch this. I might actually buy this. So there's if you're doing auctions, there's some apps that you can download on your phone or whatnot. I'm not really going to go over them. They're called snipe apps, but you could go ahead and put in your eBay information, user account, and it will automatically bid within the last 5 seconds. So that way you're not bidding this up and somebody keeps on coming and bidding it up. That's a good option. You might want to Google that if you're looking on doing these auctions. The other option you have is buy it now, of course, where you just buy it now. Here we got this one's from Japan. Now especially with Pentax, don't be afraid from buying lenses from other countries. They might take a little bit long to get here if you have patience. Might take 3 weeks, a month, but if you take Japan out of the mix on this, let's see. You go down here and you put U.S. only. There was 903. We'll take it down. Look, 240. That's how many it took out of the mix there. So something to think about. We'll go back to worldwide just to do that. Okay. And let's see. Another thing that you can look for. We'll start this over. A lot of people don't know what lenses they have, so they might just put like Tamron lens because they bought it from a thrift store or somebody passed away or whatnot. They came up with this lens and they got it somehow, and they don't know anything about cameras, so they don't know what mounts are. They don't even know that Tamron is a third-party company. So a way to search for this to where you could find a great lens. So Tamron lens. We don't want Nikon or Canon. We don't want Nikon, same thing. You just go all the way down the mix. What they did is they just put. You have to keep on going, but there's Sony's. They didn't know what they had, so they didn't know what to put as far as what mount it is. So let me go ahead and knock this down a little bit further. Minus Sony, so I could find one real quick. Here's one. Yeah, so notice they didn't put what mount it was for. So you go in here. This is a sponsored one. And gosh, this is a camera company. You think they wouldn't do that? They probably got it down in here. Yeah, so they have it in here. So it would pull up under that Pentax if it's in this item specifics. But I'll find a different one real quick. So I could just show you. You can narrow down the price. Let me just do that. We'll put $15 here, and that will take out a lot of the like hoods and stuff like that. You could put the minus up there at the front, but it takes a little bit of time, but sometimes. But you get down to it. Here's one right here, way overpriced. But we'll click in here too. You might find one that's like super cheap. Let's see, they probably didn't put in the, yeah, see, they didn't put in the item specifics, so it's not going to pull up under a regular search if you put, you know, you wanted this 70 to 200 for Pentax, it wouldn't pull up. So what you got to do is go in here and it won't widen up. So he doesn't know what he has here. It looks like a EF Canon mount. I can't really see. If it's flat there, that would be a Minolta mount, but I believe this is a Canon FD mount. And if you don't know, you could go ahead and ask them. eBay is real good about covering buyers 100%. So don't be afraid to buy something used off eBay if you've never bought anything off there before. So this lens is listed as used. Like I said, it's way overpriced. But you can find some bargains on here. Go down here and if you're on your phone, make sure that there's a little description tab on there. Make sure to click on that and read exactly what it says, so you'll know if there's a problem with it. If they just say in good condition, and you get the lens and it's all messed up, eBay is behind you. You'll get your money back. You'll just send it back to them. You open a case. It's no big deal. It's not that big of a hassle to do. But you can, if they don't list a lot, you could try to contact the seller and ask them a question. I hope this helps you. I'm just kind of going over this the way I do it. But if you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'll be happy to help you find a good lens for you. I mean, it's just the easy way to do it. But there are a lot of overpriced stuff on here. It's just kind of narrowing it down. But this is a lot better search options than you could find on, say, Amazon. And you can really find some bargains if you do a little bit of searching. And those auctions are really good. If you find something, you can just watch it till the end and put a snipe on it. But thanks for watching. Go ahead and subscribe if you hadn't. And yeah, thanks.